All right. Hey, everyone. Good Friday morning. It's 21 News Chief Meteorologist Eric Wilhelm. A quick weather blog this morning. We've got an active afternoon on the way, and we have more possible thunderstorms in store for the end of the weekend. First things first, let's take a look at this morning's radar as of just a little before 8 o'clock in the morning when I'm recording this. Radar is pretty quiet after some morning showers pushed through, not much more than just ground clutter on the Pittsburgh National Weather Service radar this morning, so we're in pretty good shape for now, and I think we'll be largely dry as we go through the rest of the morning and into the afternoon hours as well. Taking a look at the kind of the broader view of things here, this is what we have going on. We have a warm front off to our north like this. A cold front is back here, and this is the cold front that will be responsible for spreading showers and storms back into the area as we go into the afternoon today. This is a pretty strong cold front in terms of the overall dynamics with it. There's a lot of wind energy with it. There's not a lot of cold air with it. Behind this front, it's not going to be dramatically colder tomorrow, but this is a pretty potent little front, and the atmosphere will be primed today to produce a few rounds of showers and some gusty thunderstorms. Now, the Storm Prediction Center, part of the National Weather Service, does have our region outlined in what we call the slight risk of severe weather. That's the yellow coloring. That basically means it's a 2 on a 1 to 5 scale of severity. The risk overall higher than yesterday. Last evening's storms thankfully kind of wimped out as they pushed in. I think the risk will be higher today. And the main focus today with these storms will be first wind, straight line wind damage will be a possibility. And a secondary risk will be small to medium-sized hail. I'm not really concerned about tornadoes today. It's probably a non-zero chance, but it's very close to zero. This is more of just a plain old straight line wind problem, and straight line winds sometimes in the strongest thunderstorms can be just as problematic as a low end, say, EF0 tornado. Wind is wind, and we want you to be aware of the possibility of some strong to perhaps damaging winds in any storm that gets going today. As far as the timing of things, this is the graphic I put out last evening, and my thoughts have not really changed a whole lot, although this start time of 5 p.m. might have to move that up to more like 4 p.m. I think our window might open up as early as 4 p.m. For severe weather today, and then I think the show is over at the latest 9, and if things get here a little sooner, say closer to 4 p.m., then maybe even as early as 8, we're out of the woods this evening. But the general idea is late afternoon into early evening, and then things will quiet down as we head through the overnight. Did want to talk briefly on this video about Sunday, so let's show you what's going on Sunday. All right, so Sunday we have another cold front heading our way, another fairly potent one. This is what's going to usher in the cooler air mass for the first half of next week. And Sunday may play out in a similar fashion to today. Likely a largely dry start, aside from a stray shower. And we don't expect a whole lot of problems during the morning on Sunday. As we get into the afternoon, a low-pressure system will cruise up through the lower Great Lakes, dragging a cold front behind it. Warm front up here, so we'll be firmly in the warm sector once again Sunday. It may get well into the 70s. Sunday afternoon, kind of humid as well. And yeah, showers and thunderstorms are likely to break out once again. And similar to today's setup, this will be primarily a wind threat with a secondary threat of some hail as well. The Storm Prediction Center for Sunday does have our area outlined in what we call the marginal risk. That is a risk category lower than slight. It's kind of a 1 on a 1 to 5 scale. But on day 3 of their outlooks, they're usually pretty conservative with these. Not going to be surprised if in future outlooks for Sunday, a slight risk, a category higher, is introduced somewhere within where the marginal risk is right now. So 2 days to be weather aware today, and again on Sunday. In the meantime, what a great start to the weekend we have coming up tomorrow. We're talking sunshine and some fair weather clouds, temperatures mid-70s, humidity lower than today. It's going to be kind of muggy today. It'll be lower tomorrow. Just a beautiful start to the weekend. So tomorrow is your pick day of the upcoming weekend, and while Sunday will be warm and turning stormy, some cooler weather is heading our way next week. After the storms pass this evening, I'll do a fresh edition of Weather for Weather Geeks and talk about what's going on with next week's goofy weather pattern. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your Friday.